Do-it-yourself foot reflexology for wellness and balance. I'm going to show you how you can do your own foot reflexology. Right. So first you need a foot and hands. Now we're going to start with the top and move down the foot. After that we'll come along the spine, the reflex zone, and along the calf, shin and back of the calf. Okay, let's go. I am going to press it with here, my left hand, so you can support your foot like this. Pressing with the left, supporting with my right thumb. We are massaging the pituitary reflex zone. Moving on to the center of every toe. Next, the fourth toe and the last toe. Excuse me. Okay, then we're gonna have 5 lines that goes up vertically. Okay, I'm going to do a caterpillar walk. The alternative of not doing this, alternatively, you can use your knuckle. If you have a wooden dowel or stick, a chopstick with a blunt end, you can use it to rub along it. Now we're going to do the neck. Go lightly if you feel it's tender. Now we're going to go along the other toes. A bit off to the side and on the other side of the toe. Along the center of the third toe, along the side, just beside the line of the center, and beside, or on the side. Center, along the side, and the other side. Last toe. Side, the other side. Now ears and eyes. That covers all the toes that we have on the foot. Next, thyroid area. Lungs. Chest. Shoulder. Across the arm, shoulder, the chest, the lungs. Once more. Right. Diaphragm towards the solar plexus. Solar plexus. Folding the toes onto my finger. The other half of the diaphragm. The digestive system. From the inner part of the foot to the center of the foot. Ending just above the heel. And on the other side. From the outside of the foot to the center. Also ending just above the heel. Bladder. up the ureter tube to the kidney, lower half of kidney, upper half of kidney, waistline once more, sciatic nerve, again, right, coccyx and sacrum, hip area, spine, down the spine, once more, and down the spine. Foot is done. Now we come to the reproductive system. So locating the ankle bone, below it and behind it, there's a depression on both sides of the foot. One on the side, and let me get the other side, one on the other side. So that is the reproductive system. I have fingers on both sides, just rubbing in circular motions. Alright, now I'm gonna do the lymphatics. Slightly above that point where you were, so it's below and behind the ankle bone, along the ankle joint to the center. As well as on the other side of the foot. Okay. Now back of third, back of lungs, the back of the chest, the back of the shoulder, and we're done with the top of the foot, the ankle. We come to the calves and the shin. We start on the inside, behind and below the ankle bone, pressing along the shin bone. It usually feels sore. And then below the knee. If it feels tender, go another time. You can pause the video and go again. Now, there's a dip in the center of the ankle joint. Where it dips, we start up beside the shin bone. Just beside that line, a little bit more to the side. Ending below the fibula, where the fibula meets the tibia. Now on the outside, behind and below the ankle bone, just behind the fibula bone. Ending here. Now, using fingers like this, direction of pressure is in this direction. We are going to go behind, directly behind the calves to the gastroc muscles. Okay, now I'm gonna do a rotation, changing direction, and stretch, and stretch. good. We move on to the other foot. Same thing, same sequence, different foot. Pituitary. Center of every toe. Next 5 lines up the big toe. Three lines up each toe, in the center and on the side. If you like to learn about the reflex zones of the foot, you can click subscribe or type in the comments below. I'll be getting to making a video about the reflex zones in the foot. Stay tuned. Last toe, center and to the side. Ears and eyes. Right at the base of the toes, where the toes meet the foot. Thyroid area. Lungs. Chest. Shoulder. Going across. Shoulder. Lungs, chest, shoulder, lungs, chest. Diaphragm. 2 solar plexus. That was a pop. Folding the foot around the finger, or pushing the finger into the foot, and pulling the toes into the finger. Okay, the other half of the diaphragm. Feeling the soreness, digestive system. Ending just above the heel. Now on the outside of the foot, towards the center. Ending just above the heel. Right. Bladder. Ureter tube. Lower half of kidney. Upper half of kidney. Waistline. Waistline once more. Sciatic nerve. Again. Okay. Coccyx and sacrum. 3 times. So you get a good stimulation. Hip area. Spine. Down the spine. Up the spine. Down. Okay, foot done. Now reproductive system. Locating the ankle bone, below it and behind, there's a depression. Same on the other side of the leg. Above the heel bone and in front of the Achilles tendon, there is a dip. You'll know when you have it, when you got the point, when you feel sore. If you're not sure, just rub a bigger circle and you definitely get it. Alright, now lymphatics. Starting from behind and below the ankle bone, along the ankle joint, to the center, in front of the ankle. Once more. And on the other side, behind and below the ankle bone, to the center. Next, top of the foot. Okay, back of throat, back of lungs, back of chest, back of shoulder. Okay, top of foot is done. Now I'm moving to the lower leg. Okay, starting on the inner part. Locating ankle bone, behind it, tracing upwards. Along the bone. Not on the bone, but along the bone. Just beside it. Bone is where my index finger is pointing to. That's where I'll find the bone. I rub just beside the bone. Okay. Next. Locating the center, front of the ankle, where there's a dip. This right finger, index finger, is going to be tracing the bone. My left thumb is going to be massaging along the meridian line. Ending at the junction that you feel you can't go anymore because you're hitting bone. Okay. Next. 2 fingers. Middle finger now traces the shin bone. Index finger now traces the previous line we just massaged. Starting, thumb. Right. Now, behind the calf, I can't turn my leg to show you because that will be abnormally, that will require abnormal flexibility. So I'm doing this with my fingers. My thumb grips the calf. My fingers grabs and jabs in between the calf muscles, like this. Okay? For any places that are sore, you can go you can massage it more. Okay, now stretch, rotate, and we're done. Thanks for watching.